Welcome back to the Heinz and Clark YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about individual income taxes as we walk into tax season. Just going to cover a number of things, important dates, general information list, and how to send information in securely. Hopefully this will be a pretty quick video as we're just kind of going high level. Quick.
If this is your first time, this is Aaron. I'm Steve. So this is meant to be kind of like provide some guidance for people in kind of gathering their information, sending it to us, and then also just kind of some rough things on timelines. Before we get too deep, I want to point out two really important things I think that are due to some of the changes that related to COVID. The first one is the stimulus payments or economic impact payments. There was a third one that came out in March of 2021. So if you received that, we'll need to know the amount that you received because that gets reconciled on your tax return. Same thing with the expanded child tax credit. If you started receiving those payments in July, we will need to know the amounts that you received every month as well. That needs to get amended on your tax return. If any of that information is wrong on your tax return, you'll get a notice from the IRS, and that's always a lot of fun to correct. So,
yeah, if you're a current client of ours or was in 2020, you probably remember getting phone calls or emails from us asking, hey, what did you get for the first and the second stimulus? And I know some of our clients have even gotten notices based on those amounts not being 100% correct, or the IRS thinking they paid more or less than they did. And so those two areas, the child tax credit, there wasn't kind of the prepayment in 2020, but it kind of lines up with the stimulus payment, and that we need to track it, and we need to provide that information and so that we don't generate notices when we file the return.
So maybe some dates kind of real quick. So today's January 3rd that we're filming this, and we're sending out tax organizers today. You might have already gotten yours emailed to you. That's essentially going to have some documents in there to help you prepare your tax return. I always say the biggest and most important piece, in my opinion, is the yes or no questions. There's usually a couple pages at the beginning. That really helps us make sure that we have everything or capture any changes that you had. Then we're open for business for tax returns. We actually checked in a couple business returns today. So I think, did you have a couple other dates you wanted to go through?
Yeah, maybe just go through kind of filing dates for individual tax returns. This year's filing date is going to be April 18th, or the last filing date of the tax season will be April 18th due to it falling on the weekends and a holiday on the Monday that would be the 17th. There's also kind of more coming. We're more sooner. There we go. More sooner. Things that are coming up sooner. January 18th.
We're good with numbers.
Yeah.
Not words.
January 18th is the last day to make any estimated payments for 2021. Tax document dates for gathering information for your tax returns. January 31st is the last day for employers to send out W-2s. It's also the last day or the day that 1099s for contract labor need to be sent in. And then February 15th is the day that brokerage statements are supposed to be filed by or to the client by. That is always interesting. There's always amended forms of those, but those are technically the dates that you should be getting your information. One thing back kind of on the organizers and then switching back to some of these documents, when you go through the organizer, like Steve said, the questionnaires are really the most valuable. Lets us know if anything's new, different, changed. Are there areas where we can help to take advantage of tax strategies to save you some money? But then the rest of the organizer is valuable, not as valuable for us, but it's really a good tool for the client to use to see all the documents that they have last year. And it kind of leads into one of the biggest things that we're kind of trying to put out there this year. Goes along with the stimulus and the child tax credit. But when you're getting your documents together, one of the biggest helps for us to make sure that your return is complete and accurate is if you in one upload, one delivery, whether that's mail or drop off. You have what you think is everything. Now we know there are things that happen from time to time, but where you get an extra document you didn't think was coming. IRS creates a new rule. Here's a new form that you didn't have in the previous year. But if you use the organizer to look, it shows you everything that we had on your return last year. It's just a really good tool for you to grab everything that we will more than likely need to get a complete return done.
Yeah, and we also, as part of our review, we compare to the prior year and see if there are any documents missing. So, we kind of do our part on that as well too. And Aaron kind of referenced there's a variety of ways that you can send us your documents. You can drop them off here at our headquarters. You can mail
Sounds official.
Yeah. You can mail them to our headquarters. You can email them if you can email them securely.
We can get those emails at our headquarters.
Or we have a share file site where you can upload the information. Also, if you'd like a link for that, you can email admin@HeinzClarkLTD.com. I think we'll probably put a link to this or something. The smarter
do we not have enough where we can do it's right here kind of thing, or we need maybe more people to watch? Tell all your friends so that we can get these cool graphics.
And if you're a new client, send us your 2020 tax return as well. We need some information off of it to prepare and file 2021.
Yeah, so maybe just go through kind of basic stuff of what you should send us real quickly.
Sure.
We're trying to make this video quick. I don't know if we're still in quick territory, but it's not as long as some of them. But we're not done yet. So anyway, like Steve mentioned, for new clients, previous year tax return. If we get your previous tax return, we can enter the information and get you an organizer. Other things that we'll need: date of birth for you and kids, middle initials. We like to put them on the returns. It's not necessary, but we do like that.
There's probably more than one Aaron Clark in the world.
Not quite like me, though. But you don't get to put your picture or your personality on your tax return. So, the middle initial is helpful. Then any employer info. If you do have a small business that you do file on a Schedule C, EIN letter for your employer identification number. And then obviously any of the backup docs, the W-2s, 1099s, mortgage interest statements, real estate taxes, the guts, if you will. So, I think
you covered it.
Cool. For current clients, you're going to get an organizer. You should have received that today or tomorrow. If anything new, that organizer should kind of capture it, but just make sure you go through that. We did try on the organizer to asterisk out, or did we not do what I mentioned in the email, my edit?
We did.
Oh, yeah. So it should be a really clear asterisk. Read the content of the body of the email, at least the first 2-3 lines. That kind of touches on some of the things we're talking about today.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that's probably everything.
I think that's it.
There's a goodbye note.
Goodbye.
Oh, make sure to send your document in the sooner the better.
Yes, sooner the better. Sooner the better. Once it's complete.
Once it's complete.
All right. Well, cool. Well, thanks.